Hello, cocktail fans, and welcome to the Gentlemen of Elegant Leisure. This is episode 77. Can you believe that?
77.
Yeah.
We've done this now for 7 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
10 shows a year.
Yeah, I was only 22 when I started this show.
That's true.
Yeah.
Look at what it's done to me.
Oh my God. Gray, and you're hunched over, and you're using a cane now?
A candy cane, but still it's a cane.
Oh yeah.
Novocaine.
No cane. One of the best canes ever.
Yeah. I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave.
And who are you?
I'm Jason.
And who's that guy over there?
I'm Fred.
Gentle Fred.
Yeah, Gentle Fred. He's trying a new technique with the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm getting short shrift.
How so? Because you're short?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I can't get my head close enough to the microphone.
Oh, I see. You can't
So
get
that's why I climb on the table a little bit to
But as a trained actor, don't you know how to project your voice?
yeah, but
But that's
I'm
too
not
much.
I'm not getting paid.
No. Well, right.
So, you don't
He
get the,
acts for cash.
you don't get the full Megillah,
No.
for gratis, as they say.
No.
As Shakespeare once said.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, quoting the Bard.
We'll quote the Bard for free.
Oh, sure.
Sure. He doesn't mind. He's dead. His copyright's well run out by now.
Oh yeah, no, we should be doing more Shakespeare. We should do more Shakespeare on this show.
Yeah, we should just talk in Old
Because
English.
his words are free.
People love Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Surefire moneymaker. No, I've been told this many times by people who don't produce theater. That, Shakespeare musicals, surefire moneymakers. That's why you see on Broadway.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston is Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's a niche market. There's certainly people that can make money doing Shakespeare,
Yeah.
but there's 12 of them.
Yeah, well, you can make
In the
money
world.
doing Shakespeare
Yeah, in the world.
if somebody also gives you money in addition to the ticket.
Ah, right.
Yeah. A little government handout, you mean? Is
Yeah,
that what
a
you're
little
implying?
something,
A little
yeah.
something from...
That's right. I suspect that he's got a rant.
Yeah.
Don't keyed up against Christopher Gaze.
No.
No, I love Christopher Gaze.
Oh.
Or Crispy as I call him.
Oh,
No?
no.
Crisco?
Oh.
Captain Chris?
Maybe we should move on to cocktails.
Oh.
Forget about Shakespeare.
Oh yeah, we do a podcast about cocktails.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
No. But if you're a cocktail fan, and Dave says that you are,
Mm-hmm.
you might be interested in what we're about to do.
What are we?
What do we? What is the premise behind the show? For those that have just tuned in for the first time.
Well, I thought you were working on our mission statement.
Yeah, but
I thought that was to get to the moon before the Russians.
the mission statement went out the moon, out the window
Many moons ago?
many moons ago.
No.
I don't know what our mission statement is.
I thought our mission was to get a little tipsy in the early morning, or late afternoon. I thought that was the idea. And,
That's a neat idea.
have some giggles
Yeah.
and some cocktails. Cocktails and giggles.
Why didn't we call it Cocktails and Giggles?
No, I wasn't involved in the beginning.
Okay.
You guys came up with this all on your own.
That's right. Dave suggested that Fred and I do a podcast about booze.
Yeah.
I suggested, why don't we get Dave to also drink booze? We did a few. It turned into a runaway smash hit.
Oh yeah, the top of the iTunes charts.
Yeah, we've got tens of people listening.
And we've never looked back.
That's partly because of my neck.
Yes. But what we do is we make a couple of cocktails. We try them out.
Yeah.
And we describe them. And then as we get slightly tipsy, our conversation strays. And
Near and far.
And then we get a little tired, and then we go home.
We have a nap, and then we forget to turn off the mic.
So hopefully you're listening for some purpose, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's if you are listening to this in the hopes of becoming a professional bartender, this could ruin your career forever.
Or
You'll
maybe
pick up a lot of bad
maybe they will
habits.
make a drink and they will go on to become a professional bartender.
Oh, sure, but if they learn anything from us,
Yeah.
it's probably wrong.
You will not learn how to do a podcast.
Nope.
You will not learn.
The proper way to mix a drink?
No.
No.
You may learn how to sabotage an Instagram photo.
You might.
You might.
Or the proper way to slurp a drink. I have to say, we are pretty good at drinking.
If only got paid.
Oh, yeah.
We could get paid for it if people want to chip in. They can go to our website, couldn't they, Jason?
They could go there and give us a little bit of money.
Yeah.
You go to
www.elegantleisure.com. Click on the little coffee cup icon there on the side of the homepage.
Is there also a donate heading, or do we?
I think there is a donate heading.
That would
Yes,
be
at
good.
the top of the.
That would help make it more clear.
Yes, because this podcast costs real money.
Yeah.
And so anything you can help out, we would
Yeah.
love. Anytime we do one of our live shows,
Yeah.
which we don't do,
No.
but
The police finally caught on to our counterfeiting operation, and so we have to use real money now.
It's on the outer fitting K.
see, this is how the podcast goes. We haven't even made a drink yet. You know? And you're either already turned it off, or you're interested to hear more.
What are we making today?
Well, I was looking in. Actually, I was tidying up the area around my computer,
That's a good idea. I should do that.
and I found an old menu
Oh, yeah.
that I borrowed from Canon, a wonderful cocktail bar in Seattle, Washington.
So you're just gonna break down a few things and take it back?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just to making a couple of notes, and I'm going to return it to the area under the table.
Good for you.
And as I was looking through there, in the classics section, it has a drink called a hop toad cocktail.
How can that be a classic?
I don't
I've
know.
never heard of it before.
It's from the Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
It's got like a hoppy beer in it, like an IPA.
No, but it does have a toad.
Mm.
Oh.
It's an old one from the 30s. And I thought we haven't had a drink from the 30s for a while.
Oh.
I don't think so. No.
We haven't had a drink from the 30s since we were in our 30s.
No. Oh, remember those days, those heady days of yesteryear?
Mm.
And so I did a little bit of searching because in the actual Canon cocktail book, what I purchased when I was at Canon,
Yes.
the hop toad is not in there.
Wow, that's a
Oh.
shocker.
But Jamie Boudreau, the guy behind Canon, also had a version of the drink, which was on the Bitter Truth website. And as a result, involves a lot of Bitter Truth products.
Oh.
And the bitter truth is, we're not using any of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I don't know if we can get them.
They're hard to get locally.
Probably,
Well, I'll try harder next time.
yeah.
I want to get a nice selection. Which Bitter Truth did they mention?
He's calling for the Bitter Truth aromatic bitters, so it must be like their entry-level bitter,
Oh.
which would be like an Angostura. You brought a batch of bitters along, and I brought some. I brought the Kensington bitters, but you brought these Australian bitters.
Yeah, I've been trying to get us to use those for a while, because, you know.
Barrel spice bitters. Well, maybe we'll use your barrel spice bitters.
Okay.
So this drink has aged rum, apricot liqueur,
Ooh,
lime juice, and aromatic bitters.
sounds very tiki-like.
It
Sort of almost a tiki-like.
Yes, it
Ish.
does. It's interesting. As I push my glasses up my nose.
Think I'll move over to a friendlier face. Huh? The face of the gentleman of elegance.
That's right. Being elegant.
Yes.
So we have a selection of rum. What do you think we should use? I would brought my English Harbor aged 5-year-old rum.
Well, do you want to give them the sniff test and see what you think?
Sure, I'll give it the old sniff test.
So what do you got? The English Harbor, that's 5 years?
Yes.
Remember
Smells like rum.
Perfect.
The hell?
Remember when all this booze used to just come with screw caps? Now they don't. Oh, except for, that one does.
Havana Club
Havana Club.
smells about the same.
Yeah.
But Havana Club is from Cuba,
Mm.
much like Ricky Ricardo.
Yes.
Good point.
And then we have Cruzan Single Barrel, which I'm kind of intrigued by, although it almost looks cloudy. I don't know if
I
you've
think
got a
I've got-
dirty bottle or if you've refilled this with...
With iced tea. I got a lot of sticky fingerprints on the outside. I'm like kind of the preschoolers.
Oh, that was a tough bugger to get out, wasn't it?
Hardly anything at all comes out
Oh,
of that
okay.
one.
It's the iced tea.
I guess so. They're all 40%, so...
Well, which one intrigued your nostrils?
So the dirty Cruzan bottle intrigued me, actually.
Because you can't smell it.
Yes, I'm going to have a sip of it live on the
There
air.
it is. There it goes. And it's gone.
Wow.
Not much, eh?
Well, no, it's really good, but it's
Nothing on the nose.
Noseless, exactly. It seems Oh, I can't put my finger on what it's missing or what it has. It's almost like it's
It's an enigma.
a single malt Scotch.
Oh, really?
It's not a Scotch, but it's like a Scotch.
Sure. Okay.
And I can see drinking that straight, whereas a lot of time rum comes across a little industrial, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Like 9-inch nails. That's got a little bit of buzz on it.
Okay, we'll go with that.
More buzz than our show has.
That's not the buzz. Oh, yeah, that's a 7-year. I really like the 7-year personally.
Do ya?
I do. That's why there's only a third of a bottle left.
Yeah, we're using the 7-year.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, Cruzan. Cruzette does a great stuff. I don't know, I think you've done something to them.
I might have. I left it near the radiator.
And the English Harbor is fine. It's a good one. It's an Antigua rum. Antigua?
Antigua?
And it's distilled in copper stills. Like I said, this had a little bit of buzz. This had a little bit of zappy zap. You know, like when you have a mango?
Mm.
Really?
Like a shot of B12.
Yeah. But the Havana Club, I don't know. Let's do the Havana
Let's do
Club.
that. Club.
It's Cuban. It's hard to get anywhere else in the world except in Canada and Cuba, so why not use it?
I'm in. I'm in.
So we're going to use at rum. We're going to use your Australian bitters, which are barrel spiced, handcrafted, made by makes the perfect cocktail. We'll be the judge of that.
That'll help.
They call it, as I say, for Bitter Truth apricot liqueur, but we're going to go with Old Bowls. Now, I didn't want to buy a whole bottle of Bowls. I wanted a small bottle.
Yeah.
They don't even have small bottles. Why do they sell huge? You idiots that make liqueurs.
Yeah.
You really think you're all that?
Yeah. What's the percentage?
We only use a half ounce.
Anyway, sorry about that.
On the other hand, though, Bowls, please. Send us
Sponsor one of our episodes, would you?
Yeah.
So what's the percentage alcohol on that one? 20?
This is 24%.
Right on the edge.
Right on the edge,
Yeah.
right?
24.
Like even if they bumped it up to 30, you could hang on to it for a while longer.
Yeah.
Either make it more alcoholic,
Like me.
be inspired by me.
Yeah.
And a lime. All right, so let's throw this guy together. Now I don't know why it's called the hop toad. I'm sure Dave did some research.
I did not.
You did not?
I thought it was more of your kind of discovery, so I thought maybe you would, look it up a little.
Yeah, you would be
You'd be
exactly wrong. So we double it, if this is your first time listening to the show, we double the cocktails because we share them around to us. So if you're watching us make this, don't do what I do.
Don't follow us verbatim.
In fact, we don't even put the recipe on here anymore. It's on our website.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why the hell should I tell you?
Good point. We're not saying nothing to nobody but nothing.
What we really have to do is get the booze into us as quickly as possible
Mm-hmm.
so that the conversation flows in such a way that you are whisked away on our eloquent tongues of nonsense.
So this was in the Waldorf Astoria book, though, right?
Yes, I think so. I don't know if it's in the old book.
Let me.
Have you got it in your new book? We should have had you bring it along because you claimed to have
I
this
did
book.
claim to have it.
You claimed that you wrote the book, which is even weirder,
yikes.
but whatever.
There we go. Squeezing the lime is, if you know what I mean.
That's right. And I was counting on it having exactly what we needed in it, and it does. I tell you, we've said it before, whoever designed limes, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Other than, and of course in the older books there's no explanation, right? So you look it up in the Waldorf Astoria book, and it just says, here it is.
Yes.
There's no backstory.
There's no.
They don't have been making cocktails for 30 years, so like, there's no story to tell.
Why would you call it a hop toad?
Yeah.
I'm afraid that it might involve what you do after you drink it.
Oh.
There we go. Don't say we never used Australian bitters.
I can't now.
No. We have ice here. A lot of people like to use tongs, but that won't numb your fingers.
So what the Esquire.com says, this was invented at some point or other for the scion of a New York hard rock dynasty who couldn't drink distillate from a stick of rum.
Stick around.
Stick of rum. There we go. How's that going?
That's doing it great. As long as I got my back to the camera, it's fantastic.
Oh, but even tastes better with the back of the camera.
What? Oh, nothing. Well, that's a foamy concoction.
Why so?
I don't know. I never clean my shaker out, so there's always
Oh, I see.
always residue. All right.
Okay.
Worth it, baby. Oh.
It looks like
It doesn't look like a toad.
every other drink we've ever made.
No,
Well, it's a little orangey.
orangey, no green.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Yes.
Don't I do that same joke every time we do one of these? So Dave is not drinking tonight. He's only having sips.
Yep. Yes. It's part of mine.
All right.
His regimen.
Give me it. Give me it.
No, it's pronounced gimlet.
Gimlet?
Gimlet. So all right, so this is going to be the bitter truth. Oh no, it's not the bitter truth. Forget that. This is J.D. Boudreau doing the Hop Toad Cocktail, a classic drink from 1,000,000 years ago. Not really 1,000,000.
Not really.
The drink is actually from the 30s. The
But that-
dirty 30s.
That seems like a
Titties.
Let's see what it tastes like here, because Fred's taking pictures and I can't wait to drink. I haven't had no solid food today other than 2 potato chips. That's the trick.
Mm-hmm. So this is kind of, it's got a floaty stuff on top.
Yeah, like I said, don't clean anything out.
I like that.
It's pretty good. Tastes like Kool-Aid.
No, not really.
Now drink the Kool-Aid. The apricot flavor really comes through. And you know what? We've done a couple of drinks now lately that have apricot in it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm kind of like an apricot. So if Bowles wants to send me a case of apricot liqueur,
Yeah.
I'll put it in every drink I make.
You're in. Okay.
But not in my urine.
What?
Don't listen to Fred.
Oh.
So the flavor is, you get the apricot,
There's a slight smokiness to it.
probably from the Havana Club, 7-year-old Havana Club. The lime gives a little tartness.
Oh yeah.
And the bitters are there, so what the hell? This is a nice drink.
Yeah.
Not real sweet. So if you're thinking, it's certainly not like drinking the apricot liqueur straight up.
No,
This has got a bite to it.
it's not bad. It's not great. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is not a great drink. It's a good drink.
It's a good drink. It's really dependent on the rum. It's going to make a big difference to your the quality of this one.
So where does it let you down?
The way everybody lets me down.
Oh, okay.
So there's not a lot of layers.
I think that's it. I think I wanted
It's
it
a one note.
a little bit more complex.
How many drops of this did you put in there?
It called for 2 dashes, and so I don't think you're going to want any more, but put more in.
Where am I going? What am I going to do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Are we going on a remote?
Oh.
Yeah, no, it just seems a little bit, I think I only really get the apricot out of it and a little bit of tartness. And so as much as I like it,
Right.
I think I want
You want something a bit more full body.
maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe a little bit more full body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it's a little, could be considered a little thin bits.
Yeah. Like if I had, this would be a drink I wouldn't necessarily reorder. I'd say, oh, that was neat.
So what do you think you could add to that? Like a half ounce of pineapple? Would that be too cheeky?
I think it would be too tart. Plus I'm afraid of pineapple.
Well, sure, because of the spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull your eye out easily.
You had a fight with a pineapple as a kid. Afraid of being bullied by pineapple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the short end of the stick of a pineapple fight.
So what do you think? What could you put in? Because there's not a lot of ingredients. You couldn't take anything out unless you changed it completely. But I mean, it's a good foundation.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I don't know.
a grenadine.
Yeah, but is that just going to sweeten it up?
Yeah,
But
probably.
it brings in the pomegranate.
Well,
No.
maybe. What about a passion fruit syrup?
Oh yeah.
What about nutmeg?
Nut.
I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe nutmeg. I've had drinks with nutmeg.
Yeah, I don't think nutmeg is what it needs.
No.
No.
It's not that it's bad. It's the problem of because if you just do the simple math, on the 77 episodes and 2 drinks an episode, it's over 140 drinks, and they also have to run together. But it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It makes me think of a candy.
Not very sweet candy.
Not a very sweet candy. Yeah, like a tart candy.
Oh, like those, like a European candy that they give kids. And I remember my
Clears your
grandmother would
sinuses.
always give me one. We go to the German deli, we get candy, and they look like candy, they'd smell like candy, but they have almost no sugar in them.
Ah.
We had those sugar toads to fall off.
That's right. We learned to love to just suck on glycerin. And think sweet thoughts. How about orgeat? Speaking of,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
just a smooch.
A smooch? A smidge?
You know what I'd like to bring is my alcoholic uncle.
Which one?
We all would.
My alcoholic falernum. I bought some falernum at a little craft distillery in Washington State, and I've never really used it because
Well, isn't the velvet it's like 12% or something? Isn't the velvet falernum?
I don't remember.
Take that!
Oh, well, there's a firm statement.
Is it? Is a velvet John D. Taylor velvet falernum have a little bit of booze in it?
I think so. Let me. I might have a picture of it.
Really? I thought you had pictures of all your family in your wallet.
Yeah, no, it carries alcohol.
No.
You know where I can get one of these?
What would make you think that? No, that it was because we used it. Wasn't it last week or last episode we had falernum?
Yes, I brought mine, which is a little bit older. It has big, hard, clunky bits of sugar in it.
Yeah. No, it turns out I'd have to go back a lot further. So I thought from last episode I had some pictures on my phone, but those are on the camera, which I've been deleted.
Well, you see, and this is why audio is just such a persnickety medium.
Sure it is.
Or you could have just lied and said, yep, 12%.
Yep, 12%. I'm sticking to that. Easy enough to look up because I have a telephone.
Would you like a little bit more there, Dave, or was that a good enough taste for you?
That's good enough for me. Yeah.
So yes, it does taste like a drink from the 30s, though, right? I mean, they weren't trying to outdo the world. They were trying to make Prohibition era. When did Prohibition end? 29?
38?
38? 39?
No, not that long.
No, maybe not.
It was just
It's
before
like
the war, wasn't it?
Did it last that long? Right through the Depression?
Oh, that's why they were so depressed.
The only thing we have to fear
It's Prohibition!
crippling decades
Long Depression. Oh,
When did
yeah.
Prohibition start?
Oh, see, I would have studied if I'd known.
Oh, I know, but we should know.
11%.
Is it, okay. Is it 29 or was it 21? Is it earlier than
Oh,
20?
it's earlier. Yeah, because, I mean, yeah.
That's what I always forget. Oh, God, wait. This is
If I know this is going to be the Prohibition episode, I would have studied up. But, I can tell you when the bar was, when it opens. 1920 to 1933.
Okay, 20 to 33. No. Wow.
FDR rolled it back.
That's
Because
Thank you.
13 years.
13 years.
Can you
Dry
imagine?
America.
And it had little or no effect on the cultural development of the United States.
No effect, I think, would be the.
Yeah, no effect.
But it did have the side benefit of virtually creating organized crime.
Oh, there was that one thing that it did.
Yeah.
It may have invented organized crime.
Prior to that, crime was not organized.
No, it was disorganized. It was
Because
a lone wolf kind of crime.
Oh, sure. It's just that they had cocaine and prostitution and gambling,
Yeah.
and that didn't really wasn't going anywhere. But once they could sell stuff to everybody,
So what? Okay, so 20. What did you say? 19.
1920 to 1933.
Okay. Right. But so this is an early 30s. So this is either you're getting back into business.
Yeah, yeah. We're just and you're happy to have anything,
Yeah.
and this is pretty good. I mean, it's not like it's horrible.
The stock is coming back up. So you notice that you've got rum in it, which was easy and cheap to get.
Right.
This is why rum gets the bad rap, because rum was cheap. And so
This is the stuff they were smuggling from Cuba over to Key West.
Oh.
Good times.
And an apricot liqueur. Yeah, no. So when you take it into consideration with that, like if you guys were both dressed like flappers right now,
Oh yeah.
then we'd have an Instagram picture.
Yeah, certainly would.
Yeah, so maybe next time.
Make some notes, yep.
Yeah, it's a little,
Laura's got some, she's moving a lot of costumes back into our house, so.
anything that, flapper-wise, that
Oh, I got all
would fit you two
guaranteed.
fellas?
Probably, you know.
Okay. Tassels?
Yep.
Me, I want to look more like Joel Grey in Cabaret.
You will. No, you're gonna look more like who's the other guy from the cabaret that did it in the 2000s?
Oh, Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming. You look more like Alan Cumming in cabaret. So you're gonna have the.
My old chum. Alan Cumming.
He tried to be Eric's old chum.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we move into phase 2 of the podcast.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Well, he did what's it called? They did a new version of the movie from the 20s about marijuana.
Marijuana.
Remember that?
Yeah.
What, Reefer Madness?
Reefer Madness. They redid Reefer Madness.
They remade Reefer Madness?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Exactly.
Okay.
So anyway, they did. It wasn't very good. Well, the first one wasn't very good. I mean, well, the first one was
Propaganda.
propaganda. So they tried to make a kitschy, I don't know, some sort of weird thing. So he was here for that, and Eric was doing props.
What year would you say this is?
It was before the X-Men, so probably mid-90s, maybe.
Oh,
late
that
90s.
long ago.
Yeah.
Because I was first aware, just off topic, but on topic, Alan Cumming was in a great Christmas movie called Bernard and the Genie, with Lenny Henry as a genie. It was a British comedy Christmas time film where Alan Cumming is a hard done by guy that gets fired,
Oh.
but he ends up with this genie and wackiness ensues. And I really enjoyed that. And then Alan Cumming does this, that, and the other thing, and suddenly he's in Vancouver filming a Reefer Madness remake that nobody has heard about.
Well, let me.
Or wanted.
Or wanted.
That nobody was asking.
Nope,
for.
nobody wanted it. Yeah, it was not well received. Reefer Madness, the movie musical, 2005.
Oh, I was going to say it was probably later than the 90s. I was going to say 2000.
My sense of time has become distorted ever since Avengers Endgame.
Go drinking podcast.
So, well, that's it.
Okay, so anyway, sorry. So
Anyway, he took a shine to Eric.
Oh, now that would be great.
I know.
Right?
And then we'd be connected to Hollywood. But no, Eric said, I'm going to stick with my girlfriend.
Right. But that hasn't worked out.
No. I mean, they got married and had 2 kids, but I don't think.
And they're still married, but you know.
No.
Yeah, but they're
With
not
it.
happily married.
I know.
I mean, I've spent time with these people.
Yeah, no.
They're not enjoying
No.
themselves.
No,
the, kids,
it's a facade.
the kids are awful.
It's just putting over. They're terrible
I've
children.
traveled with these children.
Oh, yeah, you have. You
Yeah.
know them. You see them
This
firsthand.
whole thing is a failure.
Yeah.
Whereas
Now on Cumming, I think he seems like a gentle lover. And so.
I don't think
We could
Alan
be
Cumming-
staying in Alan Cumming guest house.
Exactly. Alan Cumming could be coming on the show.
Yeah.
Except for Eric.
Yeah, Eric has.
We've ruined everything.
Ruined.
Once again, Eric ruins everything.
He.
Stick in the mud,
Yeah.
Eric Purchase.
Yeah.
Now he's been a guest host on the show when Dave is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you right now, based on this story,
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
off.
welcome back. on the
What about
show.
Alan?
Alan can come on anytime.
Good.
And if he comes,
Yeah.
we're bringing Eric.
Yeah.
And they're doing it.
I was thinking they could patch things up, but you want to take it one step further.
Well, I think that's what they call it,
Oh.
patching things up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting, though.
Mhm.
Alan has been on the. What was he on? He was on
The Good Wife?
Good
Yeah,
Wife.
it wasn't Good Wife. I
Yeah.
didn't know if he was also on The Good Fight, but he's certainly on The Good Wife.
He's in the good everything.
And he's on Broadway, he's
Yeah.
doing all sorts of fun stuff.
Oh, exactly.
And yeah, he would have fit in perfectly with the crowd.
I think so. I think it would have been great.
Why couldn't Eric have tried to get the Dean in a thing, and then Eric could bow out if he thinks he's so heterosexual?
Well, I don't know that he's. Dean and Eric are 2 different types, if you will.
I don't know about that.
They're both.
We laugh
Both
people
shy?
because they're completely different people.
And Dean is what they call a bear.
Ugh, I don't know about that either. Is he?
Yep.
He's no Glenn Toronto.
No, that's true. He is no Glenn Toronto.
Now Eric is quiet.
Yes, he is.
And Eric is by far my favorite partridge.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah,
No. Head and shoulders above the rest.
that's right. So it's always interesting when somebody likes somebody that you know. Like I know you guys, and the fact that you guys are married is beyond me because you're both thoroughly.
I know, we're like two,
Yeah.
complete opposites.
Well, no, not that you two are married to each other.
Yeah.
No.
But the fact that you found anybody.
Oh, anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's,
I thought you were implying that Dave and I were married and I was just gonna go with it.
Well,
You see where I led.
he's a yes and. That's good. Your Second City improv training has come through.
Paying off finally.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You have to take everything with a grain of salt because this drink has hit me and I have no.
It is funny.
Yeah,
Mine too. And
I'm gonna be capable of making another.
I had a big bowl of chili for lunch.
Fred, you might have to step in.
All right.
I've already insulted you two,
Yeah.
saying that you should never have life partners.
Mhm.
Where do I get off with that? Like, I'm so great? I can tell you right now.
You're pretty good.
No, I'm not. I'm awful.
Oh.
I can't even think. I have 3 fingers up and now I have 5 and I don't even know what I'm counting.
Wait till I get those fingers on Instagram.
We'll play it back. We'll see what the missing numbers were.
Okay. But anyway, something about something.
Yeah.
Eric should have hooked up with Alan.
I think that's really what it comes
Oh
down
no, I think I was going to flip it the other way. I was going to say, so what did Alan see in Eric? Because Eric is a quiet, maybe that's what he didn't think he was going to say anything.
to. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, it's
He's blonde.
he's blonde.
He's blonde.
And he had
Blonde.
those blonde, long, you know, it's like, you know, the long golden locks.
Yes.
You know.
Now, for the people at home
Yeah.
that don't have access to images,
Right?
Eric looks like Kato Kalin, right?
He does look like you.
Yeah.
Like Kato Kalin would be Hollywood Eric Partridge,
Yeah.
right?
Or the blonde guy on, well, you guys don't watch it, but NCIS Los Angeles.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of, you know,
Yeah,
maybe
NCIS.
cut
Or
days
David
growth.
Or David Spade. David
But
Spade
a
now.
But a good looking David Spade.
A
Oh
better
yeah,
looking.
no, a better looking David Spade. Not
Yeah.
that David Spade.
No,
but yeah.
he's also probably a good hookup for Alan Cumming as well, but
Oh, well, that's what we need if we can bring Alan Cumming and David Spade together.
I think David Spade's heterosexual.
Yeah,
but for Alan Cumming, maybe,
he's always interested in work.
yeah, sure, hey,
Sure.
it's gonna get him somewhere, get him a gig.
Anyway,
Anyways.
none of these people are awful. They're all quality people, and I don't know if we're having fun at their expense or not. I don't
No,
even
we're
know if
just
I'm
trying
having
to,
fun.
we're matching people
You'll
up.
know when the lawsuit arrives.
We're just trying to hook people up.
But I would have liked Alan Cumming and Eric.
And I think if there's a takeaway from this whole episode,
Is there takeaway?
Yeah, I've got
there's takeout,
some.
there's
I've got
leftovers.
Indian food. Got a curry. If you'd like to take it home. You haven't eaten all day.
No.
I decided to make you a curry.
I would like a nice spicy vindaloo.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's what you did right
You know, Dave and I went for a nice Indian buffet.
Well, why?
Where was I?
It was a while ago.
Is that working?
Why do you always think that everybody has to be involved in everything?
I think I have, no, it's just me. I have to be involved in everything. I don't care about everybody else.
Oh, cool. Well, then we can arrange that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, it was on a whim. We went to
Indian affair.
the Indian Affair, which has completely redone their place.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. But yeah, they got a great lunch buffet. All you can eat.
I'm not supposed to have all I can eat.
Well, that's where I went wrong.
That's,
Yeah.
I
mean, nobody's told me that. I've just observed that I shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not good for you. We're supposed to have small portions.
There you go. You've got an
One
empty
serve.
glass in front of you now.
Are you gonna make another drink?
I do, because now that I'm a little bit buzzed from this, now I can pull out my bad joke.
Oh, okay.
So I was talking to Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, are you here?
Yes.
Excellent. Dave will vouch for me on this.
Uh-huh.
I said to Dave, I found this recipe, the hop toad. What could we do to pair with the hop toad? Remember this conversation?
Vaguely, yes.
So we were thinking of a frog cocktail,
Right.
or some sort of bug cocktail,
Oh, yeah.
or something that we could tie together, a lizard, an amphibian theme,
Yeah.
because we like to have themes. I don't know why.
There's no Gila Monster cocktail?
Well, I didn't find one, but I started to look.
Mm-hmm.
I was desperately looking, hoping that inspiration would strike.
Yeah.
And in this book that I got, The Bartender's Guide, which I
Yes.
got at the book sale, the Rotary book sale, this was a $2 book.
Holy
Wow.
cow. You're
That's
making money at that point.
Yeah.
And so I was looking through it, it has 1,400 cocktails in it.
We've got a ways to go.
Yeah, no, exactly, I'm only on page 0. Because I went right to the index, looking for a frog reference, a lizard reference. I thought if I could get a pig reference, then we could tie it into a Muppet
Sure.
themed episode.
Well, that's the nice thing about an index.
Exactly, but I did not. I was looking for inspiration.
Yeah.
And there's a drink called the Inspiration.
Ah, I see.
There we go.
I could quit early.
Insert rim shot here. Perfect.
Yeah.
So this is the Inspiration cocktail.
Oh.
Now the problem with this book,
Well, for
Because that's too
$2,
many cocktails?
it has too many cocktails, and the trick with cocktail drink books is you probably need a drink book. If you're at home and you want to go buy a cocktail book,
Right.
don't get a book that has more than 50 drinks is even really pushing it.
It's a lot.
Wouldn't you think?
Well, because it's a lot to read.
It's a lot to read.
You know what people should get? The Gentleman of Elegant Leisure cocktail recipe book, which is free on our website.
Why are you looking at the microphone?
Because I wanted to shout
Oh.
and make sure people go to our website,
Oh.
gentlemanofelegantleisure.com, and get
It's
just
a-
a week's worth.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good book, I have to say.
Yeah, it's not
It's
bad.
you know,
Sure.
out of our how many cocktails have we made? You figure about 160.
Yeah, somewhere in
We picked-
between
we
140 and
We picked the 10 best.
The 10 best.
Actually, the 7.
We had the
I can't
listeners
count.
vote
Yeah.
on it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why there's 3 missing.
And we'll keep adding to it.
Yeah.
So
It's a great. It's a. No, there's. I looked at it,
Yeah,
and there's those are some pretty sweet cocktails. Not that.
not necessarily sweet,
Not necessarily
but
sweet.
sweet in a good way.
I shouldn't be using that.
Anyway, sorry, we're interrupting.
And how do they get our free
Well,
cocktail
they
book?
just have to sign up for our newsletter.
Well, it's so easy.
It's so easy. Go to our website.
What if we were
Click on
already getting
free
the
book.
newsletter?
Then you will get a link in the next newsletter where you can download it.
Oh.
Very good. Very
So-
good. So we're giving back.
So we're
Give it
taking
back.
care of
So
our.
could you not just go to the little mug icon on our website and just throw
$3.
$3 our way?
Or if you're listening on Himalaya, there's a tipping jar.
Put it in there.
Put it in there.
I can not vouch, but sure I can vouch, but that's not what I'm going to do here. But I will vouch for you. I'll get you out of jury duty. Just send me your
Your notice?
and your social insurance number.
Yeah.
I purchased apricot liqueur today for $21.
Uh-huh.
I'm out
And
$21.
you're in the
Yeah.
hole.
I'm in the hole $21. Just
And he's
for
not
today.
asking for 21, he's asking for $3.
That's right. If I could get 21,
That'd
I
be
would be
great.
thrilled
Yeah.
because I'm doing this for you. I didn't want apricot liqueur.
No.
No.
Anyway.
Anyways, inspiration.
So this is a great, it's a great book. It's called Peter Boorman, The Bartender's Guide. Over 1,400 recipes. It's a magnificent tome. It has 560 pages, including the, I don't know, past the index.
Oh,
That's
Afterward.
About the author?
I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe it is the index. Anyway, it doesn't matter. On the page I chose for inspiration, I'm just going to give you the drink names.
Okay.
This is where it gets weird. There's a Quebec, a Queen's Cocktail, a Xanthia, a Theater, an Inspiration, a Net Roller, an Exterminator, a Paradise, a Zaza, and a Trinity. I will tell you right now, none of these are drinks.
I've never heard of those.
No one has ever heard of these drinks.
Huh?
Like, where do these guys compile these things from? The Quebec has gin, Canadian whiskey, lemon juice, and Angostura bitters. Okay? Gin, whiskey. I mean, that's awful. Gin, whiskey, and lemon juice. That's Quebec.
Yeah.
That's Quebec.
That's Quebec.
The Queen's Cocktail,
Yeah.
gin, pineapple juice, sweet red vermouth, and dry vermouth. That might be a classic old one. That's just weird enough to be that. The Xanthia has gin, green chartreuse, and cherry brandy. Oh, we're picking that one next time, because that's just bizarre.
What's in that? Gin?
Gin, chartreuse, and cherry brandy. And,
Cherry brandy and gin.
yeah.
That's really odd.
Well, the cherry brandy and the gin would probably be okay, but the green chartreuse, I don't know.
Yeah.
Theater,
Yep.
listen to this one.
You know we should make that.
Gin, peach brandy, banana flavored liqueur, pineapple juice, lemon juice, and dry champagne or sparkling wine. It doesn't matter. Well, those are completely two different things. And a strawberry and a sprig of mint. The Net Roller, gin, passion fruit flavored liqueur, orange juice, sparkling wine, Exterminator, grapefruit juice, gin, Cointreau, champagne. The Paradise is gin, apricot brandy, and orange juice. That'd probably be okay. The Zaza is gin, Dubonnet, and Angostura bitters, and the Trinity is gin, sweet vermouth, and dry vermouth. Anyway,
The Zaza, is that one that we did? Is that one from that New Orleans?
Interesting.
I don't
No, this would be better than that one because the one that we did involved gin and port.
Or is that
That's a Zingaro.
The Zingaro.
It's terrible.
There's the
Oh,
The
yes.
tis.
I forget what was in that one.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
This is an ounce of gin, an ounce of Dubonnet, an ounce of Angostura bitters. That's probably something like what the Queen Mum used to drink.
Yeah.
Anyway, inspiration struck because there was a drink called the Inspiration.
Okay.
And what's fun about this is it's all the same proportions.
Wow.
So if you want to have
That's good.
20 people over,
Mm-hmm.
you can just fill a Rubbermaid tub
Yeah.
with this
That'd be
and just dip it out with a garden trowel.
Oh, you could.
You could.
I could do that.
Yeah. Nice.
You guys coming over?
Yeah.
That's what we're having.
So it's the same amount of gin,
Mm-hmm.
the same amount of dry vermouth,
Right.
the same amount of Calvados, which is an apple brandy, and the same amount of Grand Marnier, which is not an apple brandy, but more of an orange brandy.
It is more of an orange brandy, and then it is an orange brandy.
Yeah.
And that's probably what's saving the day, because up till then it sounded like it was going to be pretty.
Now, what's dangerous about this particular concoction?
It's flammable.
It is, well, practically, because those four ingredients are all booze. There was no non-booze
Oh.
ingredient.
Yeah, there's no lime juice, no.
No, you got gin at 40%. You got the vermouth at, I don't know, 15%.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Calvados, which is probably 40%.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Grand Marnier, which is probably 35%. And then you throw a maraschino cherry in it. Just so you have a little bit of food on your stomach.
40% Grand Marnier.
40% Grand Marnier.
But
So-
but this is only it's only 1863. Oh no, 18%.
Okay, so this drink, this is not a good drink for, you don't want to have 3 of these.
No.
Or
No.
do you?
Or
Well,
But I'm intrigued by it. I'm taken by it. But that's because I've already had a drink.
yeah.
so how are you going to mix this up? What are you going to do?
But what it calls for is to put this in a mixing glass. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to.
Oh, look at you.
Inspiration struck, and I said I'm going to shake it.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to stir this one up. Now, here's the difference between stirring and shaking. Stirring probably doesn't dilute the drink as much, which this one could certainly probably use.
It does. Yeah. No, if you were going to shake, this is the drink you should shake.
And shaking the drink will also make it cloudy for the first little bit.
Yeah.
The ice particles do what they're doing.
Yeah. I've never been overly upset by that.
I've never been upset by that either. But that's because I don't do Instagram.
No.
What is our Instagram handle?
Cocktail podcast.
Wow, look at that. You could go there, and not only does it have pictures of the drinks,
Mm-hmm.
but there'll also sometimes be terrible pictures of me!
Yes. Or they're great pictures of you doing what you do.
I would say that there's never been a good picture taken of me since 1988. And even those ones were pretty dodgy, now that I think back on it. All right, I'm going to tell you once, and then it'll be on the website. Half ounce of gin, half ounce of dry vermouth, half ounce of Calvados, half ounce of Grand Marnier, and you garnish it with a maraschino cherry.
Yeah.
Don't call it maraschino, unless you want to look like a normal person. Call it maraschino, and see if you can get punched in the face by the bar staff.
Well,
You've got a story about the cherries.
Well, here's the thing. You said, can you bring the maraschino cherry?
Because you always seem to have them.
So I have a partial jar and 2 full jars of maraschino cherries.
Right. I'm listening.
So I didn't
Go on.
So I didn't bring any of them.
Right.
So I had to go to our good friends at Well Seasoned.
Who don't know us at all. Our good friends at Well
No
Seasoned.
idea who we are. So I bought this jar.
I bet they would love to do something for us. Why don't you mention something when you go in
I
there?
will next time.
Yeah.
So I got this jar.
Yep.
It's a small one.
After all.
How small is this? It's so small. It's 57 grams. They don't even. It's 200 centiliters. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's got about 9 cherries in it. And it cost me $9.
So a bucket cherry.
Wow.
So if you want to go
Now-
to our website, there's a donate button. And you can.
Now on the plus side, there is a plus side. They're in Kirsch.
Oh, they are in Kirsch.
Yeah.
So we're actually upping the alcohol.
Yeah, so just to bump it up a little bit.
Why not?
So, but this should be some pretty good stuff. Not the kind of stuff we would normally get.
Oh, have you ever even opened it? Never even
I
been cracked.
just bought it.
Speaking of never been cracked, this Grand Marnier has never been cracked. Do you have a bottle of Grand Marnier?
I do have a bottle of Grand
Do you want to crack your bottle or do you want to use Dave's bottle?
I'll use that one unless Dave wants to get rid of it. We need that for in case of emergencies.
All right, we're going to reveal. We're using fresh Grand Marnier.
Freshly squeezed out of the bottle.
This actually, you should get a shot of this, Dave, because no one has ever seen anybody ever actually open a bottle of Grand Marnier.
That's right. It's a rare thing.
All Grand Marnier bottles have existed
Yeah.
as they are
Yeah.
for probably 40 years.
That's right.
No one has ever.
This is probably the first one that's been opened fresh.
It probably is. This is ridiculous. This is the historic moment. Watch this. Here's the thing, I just peeled off of it. I took that cap off of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes a nice sound.
Yes. You will
How's
never
that-
see that again.
How does that smell?
It smells like oranges. Everybody has 3 bottles of this hidden in their thing because somebody gave it to them. And in fact, the bottle of Grand Marnier I have, Dave's dad gave it to me because he had 4. Because people give this to people as gifts, thinking that people want a huge bottle of orange liqueur. It's a great product. Nobody wants. Like the average home person.
That's
but
right.
Nobody wants this in their home
I used to drink it straight.
because.
It was sweet and boozy.
Oh.
It tastes like oranges,
Right.
if you may not know. And it's 40% alcohol, but it tastes like candy. It's, I think, the perfect drink for teenagers.
Which is when you started drinking it.
Yes.
Now that's our next publication. If you subscribe to the newsletter, Drinks for Teenagers. Perfect drinks for teenagers. But we went graduation season is coming up here, so
Good for preteens, you know.
preteens,
Kids all ages.
post-teens.
Especially post-teens. So
I'm going to get you to dig into your because I don't have a. Oh, I got the knife.
You got the knife. Now, do they get just dropped in?
Probably, but I'm going to put them in now. Ooh, they're nice looking guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't do garnish here on the show, but that's because we're lazy. You do it yourself.
Yeah, if you're not really lazy, you can garnish the hell out of this drink.
That's the sound of stirring.
Are your hands cold?
They are cold. That's how you know it's done. If your hands stick to it
Yeah.
and flesh comes off,
Mm-hmm.
you have overshaken.
Oh. That's
Have you
it.
got a little cup there, Dave?
Oh, you want his old little cup? You want a fresh cup?
No, that's fine. Easy.
Dave is not fussy, as it turns out. He looks like somebody that would be fussy, but he is in fact not.
People say I have a resting fussy face.
Hey, fussy face.
He fussy face.
So this is now the inspiration. We don't know anything about that's what we're going to get to with these crazy books of thousands of cocktails. You don't know the pedigree of any of them.
No.
No.
There's no reason that it shouldn't be good, but at the same time, why on earth would it be good? So we're going to find out.
All right. Oh, well, that's right. I should have got while I was over there.
Well, you were in the
I
neighborhood.
should have grabbed one of these.
Here, drop that on the keyboard.
That's my little one.
It's it's starting to clear up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, considering that we shook it and it was going to be cloudy, it's not that cloudy. And then it's got that ominous cherry sitting in the bottom of it. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And so we got gin, which tastes like gin. We got vermouth, which tastes like vermouth. We got Calvados, which is an apple brandy, which doesn't taste super appley. And then the Grand Marnier, which is orange, which is pretty orange, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's extreme. It's extreme orange.
The smell is nice. It smells like
That's me.
some kind of. Oh, it tickled something way back in my 70s memory, but I don't know what it was. Again, it was a candy type thing.
Oh yeah.
On account of me being a kid in the 70s.
No, it's got a real candy. Yeah. No, there's something. That's something.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but there is something from the past. Okay. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Well, Yeah, I don't not like it. But again, it's very one note. It's not doing anything to
It's a good
surprise you.
companion to the hop toad.
Yes, this is
One note town.
this is granite as compared to granite.
I get the oak off of the Calvados.
I get the vermouth,
Mm-hmm.
which is the tough one for us to get over.
Yes, it's a vermouth finish. So it's very martini-like in that respect.
I get the orange.
Mm-hmm.
3 seconds in. Yes. Actually, okay, now this is getting a bit more complex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like the flavors, but I get all the flavors.
I'm going to have a little bit of salt here.
It kind of all rides along.
I just want to try and clear my palate.
Clear your palate, for God's sake. But if this was an inspiration that somebody said, I'm going to put equal amounts of gin, dry vermouth, it's like they were going to take that original martini recipe where it was even parts gin and vermouth.
Right.
And then they said, I don't like that. What might make it better? What if I put fruit liqueurs in it? And I don't know if it necessarily, I guess it probably makes it more palatable. But,
Yeah, I mean, compared to a gin martini, now what's there's something martini like that has a cherry in it. Is it not the gimlet? Gimlet's got a onion.
okay, I think you're right.
But, yeah, it just reminds me of something.
There's a drink that in one of these books also called something disgusting, I won't say it here, but it ends up with something in it, red, that also then it looks like whatever the disgusting thing is, which baffles me. That's the 80s, man,
Right.
when you make drinks and say, that looks like something disgusting.
It's not in a glass.
Yeah, but there's something, I don't know if I like the cherry at the bottom of this drink.
It doesn't go, I have to say. Cherry probably doesn't go that well. I mean, I haven't got to it yet. But, I mean, I have to say, as I'm slurping it, it's starting to grow on me.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. It's my favorite drink ever. But
it's almost like a white wine.
It's
Because
syrupy for a white wine.
you've got the oaken notes.
that's an interesting thing to say. Yes.
Like a sweet winey kind of a.
Yes, I wish we had somebody here that was more of a oinophore. What do they call it? What are wine people?
Conifer?
Weird.
No, it's the onophile.
Onophile.
Are they
Yeah,
onophiles?
onophile, no.
Because does that taste like a Chardonnay, or does that taste like a?
I mean, it's sweet for a wine.
It is growing on me. You're right. It actually is my favorite drink of all time, which is funny.
Yeah.
But I'll go on record.
No.
The inspiration,
Jason's favorite drink of all time.
except for the vermouth aftertaste.
Yeah.
I like to drink it.
Yeah.
I don't like to stop drinking it. That's a secret to a money-making business.
Yep.
Yeah. I know what you mean, and you know me and vermouth.
I do know you in vermouth.
But
You're
I-
like Alan Cumming and Eric Partridge.
We just don't mix.
Well, just don't mix.
But I don't mind the vermouth here.
I don't mind the vermouth.
It's a little funny thing that comes up at the end. It says, "Hey."
Oh, that's it. It's exactly like Eric Partridge and Alan Cumming.
But I kind of like it.
Have you got a second hand on your watch?
I do.
Excellent. I'm going to take a sip,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to describe things
Mhm.
that are interesting about it over 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then we're all going to do that, and that's going to be the best minute and a half of this show we've ever done. Okay, here we go. So here's the drink. I'm going to put it in here,
Mm-hmm.
and I've swallowed it.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Okay.
Tastes like oranges and apples,
Mhm.
with a little bit of gin.
Right.
Now I had to sort of swallow again because it's made me salivate.
It's 10 seconds.
Okay, so now at this point here, now the vermouth is coming in,
15.
and it's building.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like vermouth,
Mhm.
this is the worst part of the ride.
20
right here.
seconds.
This is too much vermouth.
Mhm.
Not so much that it's too much, but it's like there. But now it's starting to subside, and there's something happening around the edges of the tongue,
30.
which is, okay, which is lessen the vermouth,
Mhm.
and now the feeling is pleasant
Yeah.
right now, and then they're ready for another sip. Do you want to try the same experiment yourself?
All right.
You're gonna have to run the second hand.
Oh, dear.
But that's the kind of journey that this thing takes you on.
What do you have there, Dave? You got some sort of a fancy watch there. Is that a diver's watch?
He wears a Fitbit.
No, it's not a Fitbit.
Is that for military exercises? You've got we're all at 0 hour.
No, it's just a digital watch.
Is there
It
seconds?
has a compass in it, but I haven't calibrated it. It's
All right.
not easy.
But does it have seconds?
It does have seconds if I can read them fairly well. So
You have glasses for Dave that'll help him read the.
I want you to start talking now.
Okay. Which...
Okay,
Oh, you had to drink first. That's not fair.
that's all right.
All right. I get oaky right off the top.
Right? You're saying that's vanilla oaky?
Yeah. No, vanilla oaky.
Because that's what oakiness is.
Vanilla. No.
Oh, okay.
And now I've got the vermouth.
How many seconds in for vermouth for him?
He has 5 seconds left.
And no.
And you're out.
I don't think we did that one right.
Yes, we did. It was exactly 30 seconds. But you were smacking your lips through 15 seconds of it.
Well, yeah, you started it before I had a drink. But that's okay.
Okay. So you are, anything else? At the end of this, where you are right now, what's going on?
I want another drink. Yeah.
Now, does Dave have any, do you have any left?
No,
Not really.
Do you want a little bit?
no.
No. Okay. I mean, you did. I got the so it always starts with the oak comes first. I don't even think it's a vanilla. It's more of an oaky that I get off of Calvados.
All right, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Oak
Yeah.
is vanilla. When somebody says that it's oaky, that's actually what that means. I'm not being a dick about it. The only reason I'm
Because that's how it's.
I know, and I'm sort of playing it like a dick, and I make fun of it because I
All right.
because I was at a tequila tasting,
Right.
and there was people that knew what they were talking about as much as anybody does, and people that didn't know what they were talking about. And they poured the tequila, which had an oakiness.
Right.
Oakiness being vanilla
Right.
is what the people that know what they're talking about said. But they didn't say that. They said, there's an oakiness there. And the guy that was tasting it said, ugh, I don't like the oakiness. I don't like that oakiness.
How about
And then the guy said, do you like the vanilla flavor? And he said, I love the vanilla flavor, but I don't like the oakiness. And this went on enough that I believe oakiness, I believe, I'm 98%, I'm 85%,
Yeah.
but I'm 98%, and I'm also 100%.
Sure. I can tell.
That's what it is. If you taste vanilla in a wine, or in this case tequila, that is the oak that does that.
Okay.
So, don't fucking pull out oakiness.
Well, it still tastes like I'm chewing on a piece of oak. is what
No, see, this is where Eric comes
This
in,
is
because he used to work at Lumberland.
Yeah, I used to chew on oak a lot.
Yeah.
But you work with oak. I mean, you get a flavor, you get a smell off it. When you saw oak and cut oak, you've done that.
It's a hardwood. I have no time for cutting oak. I will only cut softwoods. Pine,
Yeah.
maple,
Douglas fir? Maples are hard.
oh, maple's cedar.
Cedars, yeah. No, you shouldn't stick with your cedars. Well, whatever. I mean,
Okay.
it's oaky to me, but it may
Okay.
be sort of vanilla-y oaky. But that's sort of that's
If you had to describe it to someone who'd never seen a tree.
it's definitely vanilla.
Okay, so we get vanilla off the top. What of these guys has vanilla in it? Does Marnier have vanilla? Or do we think it has vanilla because it tastes like orange and we've had too many orange Julius's?
It could be that. But the fruit doesn't. I mean, the fruit comes in right after. But I really get the sort of a woody. But then the vermouth comes in, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the vermouth is sort of the finish on it, which is it's
It is.
not unpleasant.
It's unpleasantly, quote unquote, vermouthy at the 15-second mark, and then it subsides, and then everything kind of blends together, and that's when you want the other sip of it. That's what's going on for me.
Yeah. So it's an interesting. It's funny because at first slurp, it's kind of one note, but then after you sort of, if you just don't drink it continuously, you take a pause in between the sips.
Yes.
You get a little more out of it.
So I think if there's any takeaway from this, it's get a book that has 1,400 cocktails in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the route to go.
And that's what the rest of these shows are going to be. We're going to work through this book
That's,
in order.
That's 700 episodes.
That would probably be the...
There's 12 years of no, probably more than that. Approximately 20 years. Oh, it's perfect.
I found the drink thick,
Thick.
flavor-wise.
Oh.
Not that it's viscous or anything, but it just has a thick, slightly syrupy, going down the hatch kind of taste to it.
Oh, I think-
Which I expected because it's got so much booze in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the combination of it just it's not light, it's not refreshing, effervescent. It's a bit syrupy and thick.
And that could be the
oak.
liqueurs in it. The oakiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go back to the whole faithful here.
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of, what's this one called? Hop toad.
Well, that comes off like a popsicle now.
Yeah, extra tart,
Mm-hmm. Very fruity.
very fruity. This, of the two drinks, this is an Alan Cumming, this is an Eric Partridge.
There you go. Well played.
Thank you very much. That's what I do, I tie it together.
Yeah.
Tip big, good night. So, just on a weird other note, if you were to work your way through this thing, they've organized it.
By
Randomly?
spirit?
Yes. So the first
Brandy.
spirit they've chosen is brandy.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is whiskey.
Well, it's not even alphabetical.
It's not even alphabetical. So that's
Anybody can make a book. You don't have to know your alphabet.
no. And then the drinks within it,
Yes.
like the Lord Byron,
Mhm.
the New Yorker Flip, the Lena,
Oh, they're not alphabetical
and
either.
the Tuttiosi is also not alphabetical. And every few pages they put whiskey up again. Oh my goodness, we could actually have a lot of fun with this book. Here's a book called, or here's a one called Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear.
A drink called Mr. Imagine going to a bar and saying, you got Mr. Bear?
Make me a Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear. And they say, what's in a Mr. Bear? You give them the look.
Coconut.
Yeah, Canadian whiskey and honey with a lemon peel.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Have you ever been in Mr. Bear before?
Have you not been to Canada?
1.5 ounces
Canada?
of Canadian whiskey
Yep.
and 2 teaspoons of honey,
What is-
shaken and strained with a lemon in it.
You can't even say really Canadian whiskey anymore. There's so many whiskeys made in Canada.
Yes.
It used to be that was just you know, I don't even know if that would be CC. It would be like Seagram's.
Yeah, you're right.
Blue Velvet or Black Velvet, and that would be your Canadian whiskeys.
What was the other guys? Oh, that's gonna bug me that I can't. I know I've stood outside their place in Montreal. It's not the Canadian Club. It's oh, that's dumb. I'm so sorry, whoever you are.
Yeah.
That company that's so
You're
big.
so insulted now.
Who could it be? A big Canadian distiller, a big Canadian
Not
whiskey company.
Seagram's?
Not Seagram's. Yeah, Seagram's. Sorry.
All right.
Here's the drink. Whew.
You dodged that bullet.
I'm gonna give you names of
You're gonna get
drinks.
sued.
I'm going to give you names of drinks again,
Yes.
because this is how ridiculous this book is. The Bellrive Jubilee Cocktail, spelled Bellrive, Bellrive, Jubilee. Old Pale,
Is that good creams?
Barrett,
The Barrack.
with 1 R and 2 T's. Danny's Special Cocktail, which is pretty risky to put into a 1400 cocktail book. Aaron's, E-R-A-N-S.
It's not even spelled correctly.
Nope, but we're going to be doing it because it's got apricot brandy in it.
Oh,
Brainstorming, Creole, opening 1, followed by Don Jose,
Well, that's not alphabetical.
and then Old Pal. Oh, what a dangerous, what a gloom lifter.
What year is that book? It looks pretty new.
Oh, this book is pretty new, and I got it for a song.
I know.
I sang
Mm-hmm.
Happy. This is the 97 edition of the Bartender's Guide.
Oh, it's in hell of a good condition for
Yes.
Look at that. It's like
20-year-old.
new. Yeah. You bent all the pages now.
Yeah, it's got like a plastic sort of covering book.
Yeah, no,
So, you know, if
it's
you
waterproof.
spill on it, you're safe.
This is funny. It's got a section in here for eau de vie and corn schnapps. Corn with a K.
I think it's what the Germans spell.
Yeah.
Eau de vie and corn schnapps. Have you got a section for eau de vie and corn schnapps? Do I?
Do I? Here they are.
It's right by the aniseed
Oh.
section with such popular drinks as Goodbye Johnny, Knockout 2, and Biondina.
Give me a Goodbye Johnny and make it a double.
Now, if we wanted to make a Goodbye Johnny, we would need anisette, brandy, and egg white, and put some caraway seeds in it.
Mm.
Now I've got that. What have I got? What's that?
Aquavit.
Aquavit. We need some aquavit cocktails.
I bet there's a section in here.
It probably is. Now, and I don't know if Dave knows this.
Aquavit, grapefruit juice, lemon juice, sugar syrup, and grenadine. The Midnight Sun.
That's what we're having.
All right.
You remember I had that show and tell bottle. It's 20 years old. I got from Sheila's parents' crawl space.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the liquor store like now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think, did I send you a picture? Yeah, it's it's the same label except it's straight. It's
I
the
forget
same
what it
company.
was called. What was it called?
It was a type of aquavit. I don't remember the name, but yeah, now they're carrying that very same bottle.
That's how far-reaching our podcast is,
Oh,
ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
it caused them to start to reissue this rare bottle of aquavit. It's $40 a bottle. Don't tell Sheila.
I won't.
'Cause
I don't even talk to Sheila. I talk to Sheila twice a year. I
Well,
think she's in Portugal right now.
Well, she listens to you all. How do you know that?
Oh, I know things. I
He
plugged
keeps
in.
tabs on her. He may not visit with her, but he keeps tabs on her.
You've hacked into her phone, haven't you?
You know all those lunches and stuff you don't get invited to?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot that's
What?
discussed at those lunches that you're not
Oh,
at.
hey.
Now here's a drink called Dr. Sack, which I think is also what we're going to start calling you.
There it is.
Ah, oh, right. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh.
So you could bust into that 20-year-old bottle, no problem.
Yeah, $38.99.
So she gave you a $40 gift.
Us. So she's basically sponsored like 3 episodes.
Well, this episode to come up, do you want to do it? That's Aquavit?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to do the Northern Lights?
I do.
And the Midnight Sun?
Yes,
Or
both of
week?
them.
No, I don't want to do that. It's
Oh.
got grapefruit juice.
You don't like grapefruit juice?
No, it's worse. It's bad for his acid reflux.
It's bad for my acid. Plus, it's a bugger to buy. You can't buy a little bit of grapefruit juice. You got to buy.
I love grapefruit juice. Do you have to? Is it the pink or do they want the real thing?
Well, as you can imagine, in a book that has 1,400 cocktail recipes, you're pretty specific about the grapefruit juice.
You know what you could do? You could just buy a grapefruit.
Yeah, it's true because it calls for 2 teaspoons of grapefruit juice.
Yeah, totally.
I just got a
Yeah,
grapefruit.
it's good.
Probably cheaper than a lemon right now, or a lime.
Yes, it could be. So we could do that. We could do the Midnight Sun and the Northern Lights from this weird book of bartenders.
All right, tune in, folks.
The Northern Lights, for you scoring along at home, has Aquavit, a 1/4 ounce. Can you spare a 1/4 ounce?
Oh my god. It's gonna last me a lifetime.
A quarter, what is in this? A 1/4 ounce of Aquavit, a 1/4 ounce, oh maybe it's 3. I can't tell. Even these glasses don't work for me. Can someone look at the Northern Lights recipe there with some,
Dave's pretty good.
he can't, no, it's too
No,
tiny.
no,
It's
really?
way too tiny. I
Are
got
we gonna
reading
have to
glasses
recast
on.
this show?
Oh yeah, could we? I want Alan Cumming, Eric Partridge,
Yeah.
and
Dean Gibson.
Dean Gibson,
All right.
Judge Reinhold, and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So the Northern Lights, which we didn't do this episode, so don't write this down, is 3/4 of an ounce of aquavit, 3/4 of an ounce of Canadian whiskey, a teaspoon of grenadine, a dash of bitters, soda water for topping up.
Oh, that's out. We can find another one.
And no, we've done soda. A whiskey sour has soda water in it if you do it properly, not the way I do it.
What, just like carbonated water?
I guess so.
But the Midnight Sun is an ounce of aquavit. See, that's the one that's got the aquavit in it.
Oh yeah,
Midnight Sun.
the one next to it.
The 2 teaspoons
Oh,
Is
that's,
this-
the Bat Cave?
Is-
And Batman's leaving.
I thought we were launching a rocket. That was
Yeah.
the hatch opening.
Yeah.
2 teaspoons of
Shakes all
grapefruit.
the way through my scrotum.
Is that what you call your glass?
I'm impotent.
Is that what we call you, Dr. Sack?
Oh,
And that's why you stayed to the 60-minute mark.
that's
What
right.
time are we at?
1 hour and 9 minutes.
There we go.
Well, that's why you stayed to the 1 hour and 9-minute mark.
I think we should do both of these. I really do.
Me too.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Now we
But-
just need some Norwegian aquavit company to sponsor us.
Pull the blue thing out,
Mhm.
because this thing is so fancy. It's got a built-in
I know,
bookmark.
look at that.
Yeah.
Man.
So
If I wanted to buy another one of these, how much would that cost me?
$2 if you could get it at the Rotary Book
I'm
Sale.
gonna go talk to the Rotary and see if they have any more left. Can
I
you
have
order them
a huge
online?
library of cocktail books. Do you have a huge
Yeah.
library of cocktail
I have
books?
a medium-sized library of cocktail
Well,
books.
give them to me, and I will have an even huger one.
Oh.
You can borrow them at
Oh,
your leisure.
whenever I want. We got a lot of the same books as
I have one cocktail book and it's borrowed from Jason. That is the Forgotten.
So this is the first time, I think. Yeah, exactly. Forgotten Spirit. Do you still have my Imbibe, too?
No, I give that back to you.
Oh,
You don't have your own Imbibe either.
I don't have my own bag.
You know, it's time they updated both their books.
So for the next episode, this is your reading list. You're going to need some aquavit. So what are we going to, are we going to use your Sheila
Oh,
bottle?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
Canadian whiskey. We're going to use some rye. Have you got any rye going on?
I got
Okay,
right.
Fred's. This next episode is sponsored by Sheila Sherman and Fred Partridge.
We could you know what? If you wanted, she also had that bottle of 25-year-old rye.
Oh.
Wow.
But do you want to open that yet?
It's gotta go, eventually.
That's
Right?
true. That's true.
So how long am I gonna keep that?
Okay, well this is going to be exciting then. We got old booze.
Mm.
Aquavit, Canadian whiskey, we got grenadine, I got that. We got Angostura bitters, we got more bitters than we know that we're ever going to use. Soda water, a
We're
lemon wedge and an orange
I
segment.
think we can manage that.
And then we're going to do the Midnight Sun. Oh, this is great. This is a theme. I didn't even notice this was a theme.
It is?
Northern Lights
Yeah.
and the Midnight Sun.
Yeah, there you go.
This is perfect for the
Should
people.
we do a Robert Service poem as well? The Cremation of Sam McGee?
Cremation of Sam
And
McGee.
Dave is going to recite the Coronation of Sam McGee.
Oh, perfect.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
Not since Expo 86.
No.
That's people.
No, this is so Canadian.
Midnight Sun, Aquavit.
Perfect for our July 1st episode.
Yes, grapefruit juice.
Yes.
Lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar syrup.
Sugar syrup, I got it.
Grenadine.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any booze in this drink? The ounce of Aquavit?
Is that it?
I guess that's it.
Oh, that'll be a light one, probably.
All right. These are, for those of you that have that bottle of Aquavit you don't know what to do with, we're going to be doing the Northern Lights and the Midnight Sun from the big book, Peter Borman's Bartender's Guide, the 97 edition.
Is that the director, Peter Borman?
Yes.
Yes.
He worked with Alan Cumming on...
Reefer Max.
I'm gonna have the cherry.
No, you're thinking of John Bourne.
Oh, I am.
Oh yeah, how's the cherry? Here's an interesting thing about the cherry. I had mine 15 minutes ago and it did nothing. But it was a lovely little at the end of it.
It's boozy.
Or it is boozy.
I'll give you that. Holy moly.
So,
You want one, Dave? We can give you one just to have the cherry.
No.
should have a cherry.
Maraschino, I'm not crazy about
It's
this.
not really-
Oh, this is better than maraschino.
All right, give me one. I'll try
I'm going to stab it with a knife,
it. Okay.
You have to eat it off the
and
knife.
then I'm going to point the knife at you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to hold it far enough away that you will not be hurt. Let's dab the
Let's see if
stuff
this
up.
goes wrong.
There we go.
All right, here I go. Ooh, it's
Ooh, look at
juicy.
that. It's a juicy monster.
Mm,
And now you can
that is
see
better than a maraschino.
It is.
Wow.
Because I was adding ingredients surreptitiously while you were telling the story.
Yeah.
This is your own mixture, or you did buy this?
I bought that.
Oh, because you didn't want to mix yours?
No, I forgot.
Oh!
I was driving to work this morning and I
That's
thought,
a sad story.
I got everything I needed and I should have. Oh. Yeah. So, anyway, they'll be great. I'll have them for breakfast tomorrow.
Okay. Alright. I hope you're right.
I was hoping that they would have a jar of anything else, basically. But all the rest of them were made with corn syrup and red dye number 7.
I believe that's what the $1,400 or 1,400 cocktails
They expect
would
that.
call.
Yeah, they would.
I'll look it up.
True enough. Yes.
Well, you wind up this episode.
This episode was brought to you by the letter Q and R. And also by the color yellow.
And what number? There's usually a number involved.
The number 7.
That's right, because it's episode 77.
That's right.
77 Sunset Strip.
And be sure to visit us on our various social media channels. Instagram, which is our oldest of our social media channels.
Oh, it is the
Cocktail Podcast.
and probably the best, except for the website.
Yeah. And
It's the most colorful.
Facebook Gents for not Facebook Gents. We're on Facebook,
Oh,
and I haven't even had that much to drink.
Oh.
Facebook.com/Cocktail Gents.
There's a lot of evaporation happening because of the surface area.
Yeah. And of course, we're on YouTube.
Of course, we're on
Let's
YouTube.
see
Look,
our
it's
pretty
right
mugs.
there.
That's right. Hi. There we are.
Good for you for sticking around this long.
I think we have to up our YouTube game.
We will,
Why?
because it's not very photogenic.
Yeah, I think when you and I used to make fun of the radio guys that would
Yeah,
also be televised.
That's us.
That's us.
I think that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch the TSN sports guys in the morning with their
Yeah, but
microphones.
to be in their favor,
Yes.
they do have multiple cameras. It's not just a static shot.
So we're not as good as them.
They're
That's
not
why
as
I
good
say
as
we gotta up it. We got to
Multiple
have
cameras.
a camera from above.
Yeah.
We gotta have a moving camera.
We need a drone.
Oh,
And flying
you need a
inside.
Oh, if we had a shot from outside that window,
Oh,
that would be
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Zooming in. That could be our opening credits. A drone camera zooming into my window.
Do those windows open?
They do. Well,
Oh, great.
it opens in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, so we can have a drone come in through the window.
Exactly. And hit me in the face.
A
Well,
drone strike.
with any like, luck, but I don't think.
Oh, that'd be great. Who do we know with a drone camera?
I'm surprised
A
that
drone.
none of us have a drone.
Well, Howard is working on it.
He's building his own.
He is building. He's literally building his own.
From what?
Well, you can buy parts for drones from China, and you have to solder the pieces together.
Ah.
Is that easier than buying a drone that's already attached?
Well,
It's cheaper.
He didn't know that's how they were coming. He's wondering why it was so cheap.
Yeah.
So he's building his own drones. They're flying now.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Have you
no.
seen one?
Oh yes, no. I stay well away. He's not that. He's getting better.
Right. How big is the propeller blades on the drone?
Oh, they're about the size of a dime.
Oh, it's tiny. Well, we can't film from this drone.
Do you know how big cameras are now?
Yeah, but I mean, but they
Look at your phone.
I'm not looking at my phone.
Oh,
This is a
you
trick.
get glasses on. You can't
This
see
is a trick.
anything.
You've made me.
No, but if the camera on a phone
Oh yeah.
is only like this,
Yeah.
and so
He's holding his
nothing.
hands up in like 7 foot
Oh.
by 7 foot.
no, I'm not.
Are you sure?
It's like it's just a second. It's like about 1/8 of an inch.
1/8 of an inch. How about for our Canadian listeners? We go by
it's,
millimeters.
0.2 millimeters.
No, it's not.
Prove it.
Well, I can tell you that a 0.2 millimeter because it's not 1/8 of an inch.
0.25 millimeters.
Well, no, a millimeter is like a millimeter. Like imagine 2 millimeters
Yeah.
and cut one in half. That's what a millimeter.
Maybe it's 4 millimeters.
There's 10 millimeters in a centimeter, and there's
Yeah.
like 2.5 centimeters in an inch.
Right.
So do the math.
No.
Alan Cumming would.
Sure. Well, that's why he should be hosting.
You should. We're bringing Alan
But
Cumming
look, you
next
see-
week.
you see that?
We'll have Alan Cumming and
See how small that is.
yeah, but where do you can't buy a camera
From
phone.
China. That's where these come from.
I'm starting to have my doubts about China.
Well, you should.
China's been in the news a lot
Yeah.
lately,
Mm.
and I think they're up to something.
Well, they're out to get you. Is what they are.
I used to worry about the Russians.
No, no.
Ah, there you go.
Now I just fear the Chinese.
The Russians don't have the wherewithal.
No, they don't got anything.
They got nothing. It's all
They don't
smoke
s-
and mirrors.
That's right. They don't make anything.
Yeah, they don't sell anything to
Don't sell
anybody.
anything.
They can't. They barely. All they've got is a bunch of hackers in a room in Vladivostok.
Right.
That's
Troublemakers. That's
Yeah.
all the Russians are.
But
Not
China, they're not the problem.
Who?
Russia.
No,
Well,
China.
China.
Yeah, no, but I
No.
mean, if you were to have Russia and China tag team you, you're going to have a bad time with it.
That's true.
So can Howard get a small iPhone-sized camera from China?
I'll talk to him about that. He wanted to fly into Dave's face, if I get the gist right.
Howard doesn't want to fly into Dave's face.
Well, it would be
No,
the,
no,
it'd be the drone.
I was just joking. I don't really want a drone flying into my face.
No.
But I want it flying through that window
All right.
and coming right in. Huh?
I don't think Howard could do it.
Huh?
Well, no, he'd give us the remote. We'd have to learn how to fly it.
Does Howard have a remote, or has he had to build a remote?
He got the remote. Or does he have a phone?
He's being tracked. I don't want this thing around.
Is he on some sort of security list?
Well,
I don't even want my picture on Instagram. And
Well-
he's buying stuff from China.
Yeah.
It's all traceable.
mhm.
He's going to
Well,
jail.
he's buying it from Amazon, so it's all good. You can't trace him at all.
That's right. What did they do? They made $8 billion last year and didn't pay any corporate income tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
And they
nice.
do have,
Amazon.
they do have the, what's that one, the thing? It says, hey, Mary, hey, Alana, what's the, not Siri.
Oh, the spying thing, right.
What's
Alexa?
the one?
Is
Alexa.
that
They've got
theirs?
the Alexa as well. So, yeah, he likes to say, hey, Alexa, initiate auto self-destruct.
Who does?
Howard.
Oh yeah, how's that work so far?
It does a countdown.
Does it really?
Yes.
I wonder if the Google one does that.
It says, I'll only initiate the auto self-destruct if you cancel it with 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, that's a gambling device.
Well, you know, you take your chances.
All right.
All right.
And as promised at the beginning of the episode,
Yes.
this deteriorates into
Nonsense.
gibberish.
Well,
Take us home, Dave. You're the most sober of the bunch.
Oh, you caught me off guard there.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I just wanted one
In
more.
3 minutes.
One more
Yes,
thing?
Go on.
One
sorry.
more plug for our cocktail recipe
Into-
book.
Into the microphone.
Yeah, cocktail. Sorry, I'm just feeling kind of ill.
Oh, gee.
No, I'm
Yikes.
kidding.
Oh,
Yes, go to our sign up for our newsletter at our website, gentlemanrelegateleisure.com. Get yourself
what do you?
a free recipe book.
Right. Get our free recipe book and give us money. It's free.
Yeah,
It's free to give us
but
money.
you should
too.
also,
Yeah.
you should also use money. And they are pretty good. Somebody actually commented that they were great. I don't know if it was a robot or not, but it seemed to be coming from a booze site, so I think maybe they liked it.
On Instagram they commented.
Yeah, I think it was Instagram, but they commented specifically about the recipe book. I think you put something up. Did you put something up on the about the recipe book? Okay. And it showed excitement.
Yeah, but they did not register to get it.
I do not
Hmm.
know.
Lots of people like it,
Yeah.
but it's a little
So they
bit
did.
better if you'd actually go
So
and
you have
get the
There's
actual.
no new registrations, is what you're saying?
We've had, I think since the last week we did have one registration, yes.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Maybe, it was kind of a weird email address.
That would be it. Who else? We get nothing but weird. You should see the stuff I get.
Yeah. Well,
We should be able to self-publish this book and put it up on Amazon's website. People can buy it as a print-to-order book.
Yep.
Good.
it'd be 2 millimeters thick.
Oh yeah, no, the shipping is negligible.
0.5 millimeters.
Send us a self-addressed stamped envelope,
Yeah.
and we will steam the stamp off and use it for ourselves.
I think it's legal tender. Can't you use a stamp to pay for things?
I guess maybe you could. You
I
should
don't
be. Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
So if I have
It used to be during the 1800s, so I can't imagine it's changed since then.
why would it?
Now, would it?
Yeah. But maybe if we, how many cocktails do you think we would need to be able to charge for it? Like $7.99.
Well, you need 1,400.
Yeah, probably. Because remember, that's just $2.
That's easily, I don't know, 8 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
Easily.
Easy.
Or if you're scoring at home and you're an Imperial, it's
Yeah.
about an inch and a half.
Oh, I think they're equivalent.
A lot of it's suicide related.
A lot of pictures.
Not a lot of pictures.
No?
Well, how would you reward a bartender who made you 1,400
Oh,
cocktails?
I would never reward a bartender.
You never reward a
No. They're being overpaid as it is.
Oh.
If a bartender gives you a drink,
Mhm.
just grin at him and go, haha, sucker. Thanks for nothing. I'm paying your boss.
Wow.
No, I kid.
Yeah, because they don't make much money.
No, they're paid in feathers and
Yeah.
used staples.
Yep.
They have to straighten them out again,
Yeah.
reattach them, and they sell them on their own.
Yep.
So you must be a gentleman of elegant leisure,
Mhm.
and you must try the drinks that we told you about this episode.
Yeah.
But I ruined it. I ruin it every time.
But
Yes.
If you don't do that,
Right.
and you decide to go to a bar
Okay.
because you've had these and you think, oh, these are good,
Yeah.
but
We'll see how a professional does.
let's see how professionals do it. So you go to a bar
Mhm.
and they make you something just fantastic.
Yeah.
Because fresh ingredients, quickly chilled to the max, poured with finesse and panache.
Yeah.
You have the drink and you're so happy.
I'm thrilled.
Oh, so how do you reward somebody like
I
that?
don't know.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
You stick your hand,
Yeah.
or somebody else's, but probably yours,
Right.
into your pocket.
Or somebody else's, but probably yours.
Exactly. And you grab whatever money is in there,
Right.
maybe somebody else's, but probably yours.
Yeah.
You slap it on the counter,
Right.
and you say, there! You know what I've done?
I have
Tipped big!
Ugh.
Oh! Hey, thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah.
Or watching, unless you've been playing this and then doing the dishes. So, thanks very much! See you next time!
Get big!